Happy draft day, Packer fans. I am super excited about the draft tonight. I know you guys are as well. I hope you join me live on this channel, 8 p.m. tonight. I'm going to be doing the draft live. I would love for everybody to join me there. I know it's going to be crazy and chaotic, and it may not work for you to join live on this channel, but I hope to see you there. I would love to get your comments as the draft unfolds, what the NFC North is going to be doing, all of that. Okay, so before I jump into it, if you like the content, please hit that subscribe button. Okay, so the latest rumors I heard today may have some implications for the Packers on draft day. What am I talking about? Okay, so let's get into it. I know First Take, everybody has mixed feelings on First Take, but I heard on First Take and a couple of the other sources today that the Bears may be looking to trade, and that would affect the Packers, and it may even affect the way that they draft. So let's get into it. We all know when the first pick is called out, we all know Caleb Williams is going to be that name. And I know, and we're going to talk about that tonight, but I know how I feel about Caleb Williams. I'm not really too concerned. But when you start throwing into the mix guys like, DJ Moore that he is walking into, if you're Caleb Williams, you've got to be super excited walking into a wide receiver room of DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. What a veteran presence right there with Keenan Allen. We already know the nightmare mismatch Keenan Allen and both DJ Moore may pose out there for any defense. Okay. But the latest rumor I heard today is that the Bears may be trading up from the 9th pick as far up as the number 3. And obviously, when we start taking a look at what the Bears have as far as draft capital goes, not a whole lot this year. I mean, this year they have just 4 picks total, 2 first rounders. Of course, they would be having to trade that number 9 pick to move up, but they could be bottling that with maybe a future first rounder. They could be bottling that up with one of the second rounders from last season. If you didn't know, the second round pick from Carolina is the final piece of the puzzle for the deal that sent the overall number 1 pick to the Panthers last season. The Bears got a 6th round pick from Miami last year in exchange for Chase Claypool, and then a conditional 6th round pick, as you all know, for Justin Fields going to Pittsburgh, as you see there in the 6th round. So they got 3 6th rounders next year. They've got 2 second rounders, and then they've got their 9th pick this year. But they're talking about bottling up draft capital as well as that 9 pick to move up into the draft to get none other than Marvin Harrison Jr. And you start talking about a wide receiver room like DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Marvin Harrison. That is dangerous. That is lethal. And for anybody out there, for any defense out there, that's going to be super tough. That's going to make things incredibly difficult for any defense when you start talking about that wide receiving core. If the Chicago Bears are able to do that, if they are able to trade that number 9 and future draft capital to move up to the number 3 slot and get Marvin Harrison Jr., again, that is rumors, of course. But if they are able to do that, that makes the Chicago Bears team incredibly dangerous. I don't care who's throwing the ball to them. You can pick anybody out of any when you've got that wide receiving core. So if you are the Green Bay Packers and you see that happening, does the Green Bay Packers, if you're the GM, does Brian Gutekunst then do what he can to trade up to get Cooper DeJean? Because that is a difference maker on the defensive side of the ball. And when you bottle that in with Xavier McKinney and wherever they put him, because they can use him in a lot of different scenarios, that would be what I would do if I were the GM. Now, I hate playing the what if game but you have to, and maybe Brian Gutekunst is just like, I don't care what anybody in the NFC North does, but how can you not take a look at if a team adds a receiving room like DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Marvin Harrison, and then you've got the Detroit Lions shoring up their wide receiving cast. They're throwing a bunch of money at their wide receivers there over the last couple of days. So if that is the case, if you're the GM, do you trade up to get Cooper DeJean? Or do you just stay put and just keep your draft strategy the way it is? Let me know your comments. What would you do if you're the GM? I certainly, that would affect my thinking. I already want Cooper DeJean. I think, defense wins games. We already know our offense is super potent. I certainly, with 11 picks, I would be moving up to get a Cooper DeJean. There's a lot of people out there that may disagree with me, but if that's me and I see the Bears doing that, I'm making that move. Let me know. Leave your comments. Go Pack Go.